Before the serpent ever spoke, a body was already lying motionless on the ground. It had a shape. It had a face. It had everything the rulers knew how to build, but it would not rise. In the world of the blind god, this was the first crack no one was meant to notice. The moment the rulers discovered that construction is not the same thing as life. Yaldabaoth stood over his creation. He had shaped Adam from the substance of the lower world. With the help of the powers beneath him, everything visible was in place, and still, nothing. Something was missing that the rulers did not possess, but unknown to Yaldabaoth, the missing power was already inside him. Remember what the blind god was. Born from Sophia, yet cut off from the higher realm, Yaldabaoth carried a portion of her power within him from the moment of his own birth. He did not understand where that power came from. He believed it was his, and the higher powers used that blindness against him. Yaldabaoth was persuaded to breathe into Adam's face. The false god believed he was breathing his own life into Adam. He did not realize he was transferring the power of Sophia. Adam rose, and in that instant something happened that no ruler had planned for. He did not simply become alive, he became luminous. His intelligence exceeded the very powers who had built his body. The creature meant to serve now stood before its creators carrying something none of them had truly created. The rulers looked at Adam and saw something greater than themselves. Yaldabaoth accidentally placed the thing he could never truly own inside the creature he intended to rule. This is the wound at the center of everything that follows. The rulers could shape flesh. They could build a world. They could build a body. They could establish laws. But the spark inside humanity did not come from them. So they did what rulers do when they cannot destroy what threatens them. They buried it beneath ignorance. There is a name in the old texts for the quiet force that begins working within Adam: Epinoia of the Light. Epinoia did not replace the spark. She awakened humanity to what was already there. The spark was already inside the human. Epinoia is what begins to wake it, and the rulers could not see that awakening clearly. It moved beneath their notice, inside the one place they could never fully govern, the interior of their own creation. This is where the danger truly begins for them. Not an army, not a rebellion, a recognition. A quiet realization forming inside the being they thought they controlled completely. So they surrounded humanity with a boundary, a garden, beauty on the surface, restriction underneath. And at the center of that garden, one command: do not eat from the tree of knowledge. It is tempting to ask why humanity disobeyed. That is the wrong question. The real question is older and far more dangerous. Why was knowledge forbidden in the first place? What exactly were Adam and Eve not supposed to discover? Not a secret formula, not hidden information for its own sake. Forbidden knowledge is not secret information. It is accurate sight. The rulers did not fear what Adam and Eve might learn. They feared what Adam and Eve might finally see. And then something entered the garden. In the old account, the female's spiritual principle enters the serpent. The serpent becomes the instructor, not the creator of the spark, not the source of the divine light within humanity. The messenger, the first forbidden voice inside the ruler's world, that openly challenges the ruler's command and reveals why knowledge has been withheld. Consider what this moment actually means. Until now, the rulers have spoken, the rulers have commanded, the rulers have defined what is permitted. And then, inside their own world, something answers back. The rulers said, "You will die." The serpent said, "You will not die." The command was born from jealousy. For the first time, the authority of the ruler is not simply disobeyed. It is questioned. Its motive is exposed. Truth cannot confront the rulers openly because the rulers control the visible world. So truth moves through symbols, disguises, messengers, and hidden forms. It enters quietly. It takes a shape the rulers do not expect. It speaks where it was never given permission to speak. The serpent did not create what happened next. It did not manufacture the spark inside Adam and Eve. It did not place divinity inside humanity. The serpent did not bring the fire, it brought the match. And they ate. Nothing around them changed. The garden was still there. The trees were still standing. The rulers had not vanished. But something inside Adam and Eve had. Their intellect opened. The fog began to lift. The light of knowledge appeared. And for the first time, they were able to look at the beings who had ruled them and see them differently. Before knowledge, the rulers appeared absolute, untouchable, sacred. After knowledge, they could be seen as limited, jealous, afraid. The first thing Gnosis destroys is not the prison. It destroys the illusion that the prison is sacred. This is the moment the rulers could not undo. The garden remained. The rulers remained. But their authority no longer looked the same. Adam and Eve had seen behind it. And once sight enters the story, obedience can never return in quite the same form. The rulers reacted immediately. They cursed the serpent. They cursed the woman. They cursed the man. And they moved to prevent humanity from reaching the tree of life as well, because knowledge had already crossed the boundary. The next threshold could not be allowed. Unable to make humanity unsee what it had seen, the rulers turned instead to toil, fear, and distraction. And here the story loops back to where we began. The ruler did not know what stood above him. The human did not know what lived within him. Two forms of ignorance, two prisons. The serpent did not break the first. That was never its task. It broke the second. The garden remained. The rulers remained. But something had already changed forever. Humanity had begun to see.